Hey guys, and welcome to Aleki Creates. This is Amanda. Today we are doing a hop with Shannon Keith, who's also known as Creative Chaos in Tennessee. She has reached 2,000 subscribers in 2 years, so well done, Shannon. If you haven't checked her out, please do so. I will add her details at the bottom. Love watching her. She's funny. I love her accent because in Australia we don't, obviously, Tennessee accents, they're cool. Anyway, to celebrate, she's doing a throwback rewind back to the beginning. So the catch is you have to recreate your first video, but of course better. So yeah, I only started about 10 months ago, so I don't know how much better mine's going to be. But I've definitely subscribed and bought some new products, so at least there'll be more products in use. So here is my first layout. That was put on YouTube, so it wasn't my first layout ever, it was just the one put on YouTube. And yeah, it's pretty basic. Since then I've got lots more stencils. I've played with mixed media, so we are gonna, the only way I could think of, it's a very simple layout as it is, but thought we would do a bit more mixed media in there. But I'm also doing this layout for a challenge over the Girls Down Under. And if you're in Australia or New Zealand and want to join, I'll pop the links down below. So the Girls Down Under, we have monthly challenges, and this month Mel W has put up a mood board of like steampunkish. So I'll pop that picture up now. And that layout is that mood board will inspire this a little bit as well. So yeah, anyway, what we're going to use. So the first thing we've got is a page from a Kaiser Craft pack. I've put it away, haven't I? Of course I've put it away. Why wouldn't I put it away? Because I'm trying to be good at putting stuff away. No, I'll pop it on after when I'm editing the video. I'll pop the details at the bottom. So that's going to be our main background. So that's the first thing that is going to be different is, I suppose I've been playing with pattern papers of late. And pattern on pattern kind of thing. Whereas if you looked at my first layout, it's kind of like the same pattern but different colours. So this could be really, it could come out really nice. It could come out like, whoa, Amanda, calm your farm. Sorry guys, had to cover the photo before I went on to say. So I'm in Australia, in Victoria, and these are, this is a photo of COVID times where, look, we could have been breaking the law slightly. Because good old Dan Andrews had us in lockdown a little too long. Yeah, my kids, there was other kids from the street who I've covered. They were playing hopscotch, so they were very bored inside, and at the time I lived in a very small house. And they were only young, so 2020, this little guy here was only 6. Yeah, he was born in 14. She was born in 13. And I would have had a 2 and 1 year old as well. They went outside and played in the street a fair bit. We didn't go to each other's houses or whatever, but quite often they'd have a picnic out in the street. And anyway, funny, this week in the news, it's come out that Dan Andrews put us in lockdown under, they're saying now that there was no medical advice. But anyway, can't really do anything about it now, can we? So there's my kids playing hopscotch. Yes, he probably has no pants on, but he'd have underwear on. He's a nudist, this little guy. Not as much as he... Oh, he still likes his jammies. And now I'm just blubbering. Anyway. Then we're going to use these patterned papers. So as you can see, pattern, 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 roll, roll, roll. Now this is a pack I got off Temu or Shein. So I can't give any details to that. It just come in this little made in China, 24 sheets. Anyway. So I'm going to use those 3 patterned sheets. Also got another stencil from Temu. Where the stars are, I'm going to pop that down. Now I'm going to do it with like gesso, and then use some sprays to kind of spray around it. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to be much better. And then I have, again, a little die cut from Temu or Shein of some cogs. So when I think steampunk, I always do these cogs and wheels. I think cogs and wheels, like metally, textury. And to be honest, I don't have a lot of stuff that goes steampunky. And then I've got these little chipboards from Scrapbook Fantasy. So that says right now. So I'm just going to pop that on, and then I've got like these, I don't know what they are. I think they're missing a few little those little wheel things, I guess. And what I might do is, I'm just worried they won't stand out in that. I might leave the title and then I'll colour, like ink these up, leave the title. I'm going to ink the edges of that and devour my photo on something, which I'll do. Sorry guys, I might also like maybe double or triple layer that photo. We'll see. Anyway, we'll get cracking. So obviously I'm going to do the mixed media bit first. Oh, and I'm going to, the background stripes are going to be, this is the, where is it? Oh, I've lost, no, that branding strip from that paper. So I've ripped it, so I'll rip, once I put it on there, I'll rip where I want, and that's going to be covered. And then I've also got some washi tape. It's got a bit of green in it, I guess. Over there I thought it was grey. So now that it's got light, it's got a bit of green, but wait, that's fine. I reckon that's a Stampin' Up one. But if I put it down and don't like it, I've got a whole tub of different strips that I've cut, so I'll just go through them. Alright, so let's start with the mixed media side of things, hey. Okay, I need to wait till the rest of that dries to be able to put that together. So I will be back later with the rest of it. Guys, so before early on today, I come along in the box and sprayed some oxides, I think. What were they? Distress spritz onto just around these so in my layout, my other layout, my first layout, there was kind of stars going off. Obviously I'm not doing stars again, but yeah. All right, let's see if I can find my desk. It was so clean yesterday and now it's gone all messy. Of course, why not? I'll let my daughter come and play in my craft room today for the first time ever. I was just excited she wanted to come in here, to be honest. I was like, yes, you can come in. And now I've lost everything. So we know we're going to call it right now. And to be honest with you, I don't even have the sketch up anymore. Dear. And we're going to do a teared piece rather, yeah, as the banner at the back, that's right. And then we had these 3 pieces, which I might have to have to cut everything down, which I'll do in a second, because I have these little where have they gone? There. These little, I don't know what they are. Anyway, they look steampunkish because we're doing this for a steampunkish. Yeah. So anyway, let's get this stuck down. I'm not going to talk to you because you know I can't scrap and talk. I'm completely useless when it comes to stuff like that. I don't know why. Because I concentrate too much, I think. I'm just pulling up on my camera, on my computer. I thought, I better have a look at this layout again, hey. So it looks like, I reckon these papers that I cut, I could always go and find the layout again, but that's not going to happen. I reckon they look like they're about 4 by 4. So let's cut them down, which I just realised I'm probably going to lose a bit of effect, but that's okay. Let's see if, no, this guy's not 4. But there's one that you kind of don't see, so we'll just cut that instead of wasting it.
I am actually really liking the way this come out. I've always been a person who uses lots of, I suppose, like, I don't know, like in packs of embellishments, or lots of cutouts. But yeah, I was like, how can we change this up instead of just chucking these cogs on again? That's why I put the gauze in between. But yeah, I've really liked the way this has come out. And I suppose it is kind of really different to the original, but at the same time not. Like, we've still got our stripes, so I've done them diagonal, obviously, because I just felt like the picture was going horizontal, and the picture was going horizontal, and then it, come across the shorter side, I suppose. So I've just changed that around. It's still got its two like strips, I guess, elements, but I've put them on top of the paper this time, and it's still got the 3 papers, and then the few embellishments, and then the mixed media in the background. So I mean, you can tell I'm a bit more willing to experiment with mixed media now. I definitely was not when I started, and the super duper video that is my first video was only done on May 16, 2024, so literally not even a year ago. So I've learnt lots and lots of people like Shannon, Tara, Mel, Kathy, all people who will be in this hop, so definitely go and check them out. And again, congratulations, Shannon, for reaching 2,000 subscribers in 2,000 years. 2,000 years in 2 years. Big achievement, considering I've been going for a year and I've only got 136. Like, you averaged 1,000 a year, so good on you. It definitely very much, that accent helps because I love listening to it. Even the kids and all that now, when we hear howdy, they're like, oh, you're watching that lady again. So yeah, definitely go check everyone out. Thanks for joining in, and we will see you again soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.